Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome back to episode 20 of the Lavender Overhang, where this weekend we got some news from the Timberborn peeps that there was another change to update 7. In experimental, we now have, instead of overhangs or natural overhangs, we now can use full terrain blocks. So it automatically updated the game when I opened it to play it, and this is what we've got. We also had some mods that had to be taken out because they crashed the game. So we were able to keep ladders. Ladders is working. And that's really the only thing we needed. The other things that we were using were like good statistics, what is it, Baba's storage, that sort of thing. So I'm hoping that when we start here, it will fix it. Oh, wow. That was weird. Oh my gosh. What the heck? Whoa. Okay. That was not cool. That was very strange. I also don't understand why, like, everything flooded like that. That is so strange. Where? Oh, no. I think our map is broken somewhere. Okay, let's pause. Can we see where things are flooding from? Okay, I'm not... Oh, man. I'm not seeing where we're flooding from. We also are going into a bad tide now. We have 3 days, and we only have 14k water. So when we turn this back on, now we have 32 beavers that are homeless. All right, we're gonna put this on single. Oh, wow. Okay, I don't... This is all the way down. This one didn't flood. This one is all the way down as well. I don't... Can we try... There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay. That side is not clearing up, though. Wow. That was some unexpected consequences to the update. I'm glad I was recording when that happened because you never would have believed me otherwise. All right, I think we can now bring this back to the appropriate height. This could be a problem because that's really, like, this is really high now. Let's see here. If I can get... Wow. Okay. We are up to 17k water. All right. Now that I'm discombobulated from all of this, let's and we still have 2 days, so let's take them down to 20 hours. I don't want to tire the beavers out. But I do... This is flooding again now. So we can't have this dam that high. Can I equalize this one out a little bit? Wow. Okay. All right. That does, it actually makes life a little bit nicer because now we could theoretically come over here and put in another section of water retention, because we couldn't do that before because we would have had gaps because the overhangs, the way they were set up. So that's kind of a cool thing. This I'm not. All right. Okay. We're up to 18K water and we have 1.5 days. We've got to get everything full. So when we get closer to that 0.5, we'll start shutting things down. Yeah, see, we've got like surge flooding here from the water pump. We let out a little water there. Maybe that'll work. We might come in here and put in a ghost dam so that we can control that a little better. All right, so as I was trying to say in my introduction, last time we got along with quite a bit. We got the second batch of windmills in. We got the bad water pump going. And we got in another row of water wheels. We also finished up the smelter, so that is working. So that meant we could get that guy done. We did have to put in a hauling post because we were starting to get a, see right there, surge flooding, because they're not pumping right now. And as soon as they start pumping, then it'll go away. So we've got kind of like a weird thing going on. We've got 1 day left. I want you to harvest all the potatoes you can, which they are currently doing, because most of this is going to die off. We eat. We are up to 2.1 in water, which is good. We did get this completed, so we're starting to block off more and more area here for the things we actually want to end up accomplishing over here. But look, we ended up with all new terrain blocks over here, which is really cool. We're at 1.6. That we're going to keep all the way down. This one is all the way down. Let's just start double checking all the things. It's all the way down. I'm going to this is probably counterintuitive. We're going to start flooding over here, but I need to fill up the tree reservoir. So we're going to have to... Can we... Pause. All right. These need to go up. This needs to go up. This needs to go up. And this needs to go up. Then we are going to pause. We'll leave the two on the upper end doing their thing. All right, let's go to single speed. Shoot. We're just flooding over there. Can we... I'm feeling a little stressed at the moment, not gonna lie. All right. This might have been a really, really, really bad thing. All right, I think I just made like a major mistake here. I left that too late to do that. I have 0.2 days for this for it to stop flooding everything. Please stop flooding, please stop flooding. Come on. Oh, wow. Okay. That would have done it when we were on overhangs. I'm not quite certain what the change is. We've got a major problem here. If they try to go to there. We're also like, please, come on, come on. Stop with the flooding. Stop with the flooding. I mean, we're not really going back there, so it's more over here than I'm worried about. Okay. It'll take a minute. See, our path right there is in the water. Okay, there's our bad tide. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, 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 wow. No, this is so bad. We're going to end up with contaminated beavers again. God bless America. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Ah, no. Get away from the bad water. Get away. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Okay. All right. All right, all right. It's starting to ease. Okay. We can't leave that quite so late next time. Part of it is that I'm trying to fill this guy. So I think once we have some sluices, we'll be able to take out that gate right there. We can build it too high and we can just make them fill it to the highest. But man, woo! We're still getting some surge flooding. I feel like coming around here and just putting in levees so that it can't, like right there. That platform looks like it has, yeah, it has bad water on it. And we can't put anything there because our, wait a second. Yeah, we still have our passage in there. It just seems like it's more congested. Is that a possibility? Oh my gosh, this is scaring the ever little boop boop out of me. I don't like that at all. We're really close to this building being flooded too. If that should do it. I know you probably are gonna think that I'm just like super strange here, but I don't know if that'll actually do anything. Crisis management. Why does it always seem like crisis management here? We don't have a ton of logs. All right. So our bad tide must have been 16 or 17 days. weirdness that this is not transmitting that bad tide down here yet. This wall, it seems like it's gotten worse, but that could just be my imagination. We have only about half of the amount of water we actually need. All right. You don't have any storage. Ba-da-dum bum 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 bum. Ba-da-dum bum 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 bum. What are we gonna do here? I think we were gonna take out these and then put in a tank right here. I think that was our plan, if I can remember correctly. We haven't lost any beavers yet, and they are working on that. This hauling post, I don't think will stop bad tide if it comes to it. Oh my gosh. Look at the contamination now. Oh my gosh. This is bad. Because it's all dirt now. Because it's all dirt now. It's transmitting that bad contamination all the way down here. This is so bad. This is so bad. All right. Do we have metal storage? We have a large pile there for planks. We did get in the storage here, so we are working on that. Wow. This is a problem. This is a huge problem. We're getting contamination off of this and contamination off of this. Oh my gosh, that changes things quite a lot. We are in dire need of contamination barriers all along there. How much do those run? 400 science, they cost 5 planks and 1 metal. We're gonna have to do it. Otherwise, we're gonna lose our whole carrot field. And we can't afford that. I mean, we have a lot of carrots, but still. Oh, I can turn the poor beavers down. I'm so sorry. Let's take you to 16 for a little bit. I'm really sorry about that. Our well-being was probably, yeah, hungry, thirsty, sleepy. Wow. Y'all, this is bad. Like, super bad. Like, way bad. Wow, I'm really articulate today, aren't I not? We are at 2.3k water. We seem to be doing all right. I wish we had the statistics. Is this guy pumping anything? Still pumping something. Still pumping something. Huh. Okay. All right. Okay. I totally got thrown off by what we were doing there, and our now need to figure out how to fix this. Yes, unlock that. And I know now we have to do... See, here's the problem. Our ladder is there. We can't put a contamination barrier on the ladder. Wow, this is kind of brutal, man. All right, let's go down. I guess today is not going to be about continuing what we were doing. It's going to be about trying to fix this stuff. Can we save part of our field? That's going to be the operative question. Right here is going to be a problem. We need dynamite so we could blow that out and stick a levee in it. Same with along back here. If we had a levee, I think we're going to have to get rid of these guys, that guy, so that we can... Man, that did a number on us. All right, let's go back up top. They are working on these guys here, and nobody is getting contaminated while doing it, it looks like. So that might be enough to keep our surge okay. You are not pumping anything now. And there's plenty of space. I'm gonna pause you. You are still pumping. If I turn you back on, will you pump something? Were you just full? No, I don't think so. Okay. That one's good. This one can still keep going because of that. Doesn't look like we need to put in any water at the moment, although if everything down here mostly dies. Honestly, it does look like we have a little bit. Oh, this pillar is going to cause a problem too. These pillars. Are transmitting it as well. Boo. I say boo. All right, we're gonna have to reroute the path, I think. If we go straight over like that, because we're gonna need to put in contamination barriers. Oh, this is not nice. Not nice at all. We got a problem there because we... wrong button. Okay. Let's pull this out. Maybe we just give up the ghost on planting back there. Maybe that would make more sense, and put a row of contamination barriers along here. We still run into right here. Like, we might just end up with this section over here lost. Maybe we do that instead. Maybe we just count this as a loss. How are we gonna get up over the contamination barriers, though? That is the question. So if we do like that, we still have a spot right here that's not connected to that. So bad tide could sneak through it. They've already started working on those, darn it. And I know we're going at single speed just because I'm a little worried that I'm going to miss something here since we're trying to futz all of this at the same time. Now, over here, we run into a similar thing. We're gonna... I don't... Up one. That's a dam, so we can't put anything underneath of there. So that's going to cause a problem right there. And then if we come We can't. We'd cover up our path there if we did that. We don't need this one. Oofda. This is really bad. Alright, I think it's the contamination from this one that is doing this damage here. Wow, we're gonna have to take this out so that we can get to... Alright, let's do this. Let's put in... Do we even have anything in there? No. Then let's put in the mini water tank right here for this water dump. Let's go back to the top. How are we doing on those? Wowzers. Okay, this needs to get opened up. That is a definite. We need to get at least another couple of blocks here to handle the flow here. Like, we have 2 here. If we had 2 on both of these, I think that would help with that. We did lose a major portion of our, well, all of our forest because we, oh, let's go ahead and open some of these foresters since we have so many people that are not able to do anything. Man, our poor potato warehouse. I was really hoping for us to get that full, but now everything is dead. That's all right. We'll get it back. We have enough food. That's why I pushed so hard for the food right away at the beginning, because of that. Oh look, we've got a couple of contamination barriers in back here. Let's get out of that. Can we come back down? We need to set this one to remove goods, although I don't think it's that big of a deal. I'm wondering if we, priority-wise, we mark these ones here higher. And let's say that. Let's get this on high priority. All right, we're holding at 2.3K on the water. We have 13 days. We currently have the ability to have 36 beavers. So if we say 15 days, we needed 1350 plus what we needed to irrigate. So I think we're okay. I think we're okay. That was the last of that water. The problem is that we need to be able to take this path out. What do we do? Okay. I got an idea. Long way around here. All right. Let's come back up. I'm thankful that we put in the storage for the metal blocks, so we already had a little bit of a stockpile on them. All right, I feel like we have. Oh, we need to get. What are we doing here? We need. Is it a 2? A 2 will do. We need that there, and then we need to up the priority on removal of these 2. We have extra beavers right now, so... And one more. So we're good to go there. Wow. I almost think we don't need those since we're going around the post already. So let's go ahead and take out those two. If we can isolate this corner here, are they almost done with this water? I mean, not that we really need it at the moment. Yes, let's disconnect that. And get those in. And then let's, wowzers. My other thought process is if we kind of abandon everything else and put some contamination barriers around here. That might help the spread here without us having to wrap this whole post. Too far from builders. Wow, this is kind of strange. If we turn it on, yeah, building is not connected to path. I hate that you can't put anything over top of that. That drives me bonkers. All right, we are 32 minutes into this, and it feels like we have just been doing damage control. That's what I was trying to say, damage control. We might have to, once they have those in, put some in here, and then we can come along all of that. I mean, it only needs to go to somewhere in here to skip this, and then if we get the rest of this done, then fine, but wowzers. All right, we're gonna leave them to that. Let's see here. I've completely lost my train of thought on what I was actually planning to accomplish this time. We do have the bad water in. We need to get this little batch of metal right here taken care of so that we can build in the smelter. So I'm wondering if we don't just build another one right next to it and see if that gets them to start working on this particular little piece of it. Maybe we stick in a couple of them and pull some of those guys from the builders, from the hauling post. Let's go ahead and pop priority on these guys. Everything else that we had higher priority is currently done. All right, good to go. I am going to take us to 2 now. I feel a little bit more confident that we are not going to kill ourselves quite so drastically. Water has gone down just a touch, but that's okay. Are these triples? Those are doubles, so we could We could probably move all of that to over here. All of this. And put it in wall there. Or maybe we do some overhang so the bad water... I don't know. 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 But it does seem like we don't have quite enough egress here to pull the level down over here. So we might need to put in a couple more dams here. I'd like to get it, because remember, if you remember, we were having this go down to this level down here during the bad tide. So something about those solid blocks has changed the water egress. I'm not quite certain how. Maybe it's just because they're solid. Like these right here, I think, were overhangs. So that meant water could travel underneath of them. I'll have to go back and look at an old video. But I think most of these were overhangs, if I'm not mistaken. And so they were causing the water could flow underneath of them, I think. And I think that's what's causing our higher bad water levels. Yeah, this is like right here. So we're gonna have to do something there. We could just come in here, and once we've got some dynamite, and blow some of these out and gain back that space, because I could have swore these were all overhangs before. Not natural terrain. I think these were as well. Those two. That's a lot of water that isn't flowing underneath. All right. We're gonna run into the problem. We need to open that guy, I think. All right. Ooh, we've gained back some. We've gained back some green space. They've replanted all of this. So as soon as we get some of these in, they're working hard at it. I think now it's going to be a problem of too many. Oh, did those open? Oops, go back to the top. They did. Okay, let's do that, because we're gonna need to get this water pump open. I'm kind of abandoning this side for right now, but if we can keep these carrots going, at least we won't drop too much in food while we deal with this new threat. I think we'll just abandon these for right now. I'm worried about losing too much of our crops, though. I say as I'm staring at the giant wall of storage. I think we have more carrots than we'll ever need. Than we will ever need. But I'm still worried about it. All right. It looks like we're kind of keeping pace on the metal blocks. Kind of, sort of, maybe. Because that one was full and this one was just starting, so... Just have one more there, and then this will be connected again, and we can open that guy. Our well-being has gone back up. We're at a 6. We also don't want to let this area dry out because it has our showers, and that is our place for wet fur. So that's our other thing. Our wind power seems to be keeping up. We were supposed to be working on gravity batteries. Our gravity battery setup. Over here. This guy, he really is just kind of sitting on his butt. We could, next time we have a dry period, we need to come down here and gather up all of the deadwood here that we could use to help kind of get rid of some of this stuff. I still would like to come around here and just block that guy so that we can't, bad water can't come this way as much. We could just come around. Something like that. Come straight across this back. All right. We are keeping up with planks now. How are we doing with gears? We only have 6 gears. We're probably gonna wanna want to make some more big water tanks at some point. This is getting pretty low. Now all of this is connected through the pillar and everything too. We are beating it back. They've gotten more of this in. And if we could just keep this section, yeah, it's not a lot of carrots, but it is enough. That's in. So let's go ahead and throw somebody in there. I would like them to keep making science at the moment, though. Woo, thank you, autosave. It had stopped doing that, and now it's doing it again. It was just giving you like a slight judder, not quite this much. Okay, we're also gonna need to get... I'm thinking we do something similar up here, and we put in a row of contamination barriers all the way along here. And then, like along this area as well. That would keep at least this portion of trees. And then something similar with the potatoes. Put contamination barriers all the way around this guy. And then put in a water dump over here. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it spreads. But if we have water here, I think it would combat that. Don't quote me on that, but I think. So like if we do... You just go like that, maybe? We might also be getting contamination from that side over there. So we might actually have to like cut over here as well. It just cut straight across there. And then I don't want them to come there. I'm trying to figure out here if we do a... Let's do a ladder right there, because I do not want them to come over to this spot. This spot is poisoned. 3 injured beavers. Do we have enough beds for that? We have 2 hospital beds. Well-being. We were supposed to be working on, you know, gravity batteries and some more well-being today. That was my plan, at least. And now we kind of got sidetracked. Well, I know we got sidetracked. All right, we've gotten back the green there. What's going on there? Why did we lose carrot? Right there. Okay. It looks like this contamination is not able to go up the block. Or maybe it's just far enough away. I'm not 100% certain. But man, if we had some dynamite, we could come in here and we could dynamite all of this down and skinny up how much we need that post. Because literally, these are the only two holding anything up. Ooh, whoops. Sorry, wrong button. Same with over here. This could get like all this extra dynamited out, and then it would just be these three that we'd have to go around with contamination barriers. So we could recoup some of that farmland at some point. Looks like doing that has just gotten us back to being okay with this section of potatoes. You know what I'm gonna do for right now? Where's our... I know, we just put those in there. Because it doesn't seem like that is contaminating these ones. Maybe that stair is enough of a break from that spot, and since we go to that, we're good there. Huh. I feel like I'm just scrambling today. Obtain, prioritize. So that dude isn't having to run willy-nilly. Let's go ahead and open this guy as well. Okay, that was a little bit of a stressful start to this. Well, not start, most of the episode here. But I think kind of sort of maybe there's only 2 left on that one. I'm gonna go ahead and fill that in. How are we looking power-wise here? We got way more than what we need. It's all good. All good in the hood. So if we can just get them to finish up that, as I say. There we go. That was what we needed. And we'll get rid of this path as well. They will pick up all of that stuff. Okay, so we need... What am I looking for? Explosives. Oh, look, here's the other new thing. Tunnels. You can dig through the rock, but you need catalyst, I think it is, planks and dynamite in order to dig out a hole, because they actually use the planks to make a platform to hold up the roof of the tunnel, and then you can put your stuff through it. But we were looking for dynamite. Explosives factory, that's what we need. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and the mini warehouse. This is going to be explosives. This is going to be bad water. add water, and I am going to pop priority on that guy so that this little guy can be pumping. Won't have much, but it's something. All right, do we have enough to complete this? We need 30 metal blocks. We only have 6 at the moment because of all of the... It's going to... Oops, sorry, wrong button. It's going to take us forever, ever to get 30 blocks with all of these contamination barriers we're putting in. I'd like to see what this does. Honestly. They haven't even started here, so I'm wondering, we just did this little patch. Is that going to be enough to kind of... You're still getting contamination here, though. Excuse me. Oh, that's that warehouse down there that we were looking at. There's someone in there, right? Yep. He has very little water. We're starting to get pretty low here as well. But at least we do have some trees. Thankfully, we do have enough. Those are marked for cutting, right? Yes. Was there an area that's not marked for cutting? No, everything is marked for cutting. Okay. We still have 6 days in this bad tide period, and we're coming towards the end of this episode. They did get that in... No, they didn't get that in there. I was going to say they got that in there, but they're still working on contamination barriers. So I think we might want to... We got to get down here and get rid of these trees. Oh, I forgot the one that gets rid of... We have a mod that is not working right now, but that gets rid of the spiders. Hey. That's strange. That gets rid of any like stumps or things that, you know, just could be picked up, like this little guy right here. And oh wow, now it's encroaching over there, which I'd rather it encroach over there away from my path, I guess is the operative thought. Our well-being is not doing super great. Somebody is thirsty. Wet fur is the thing that nobody is going to the showers. Oh, you can get off your butt and go do something else because there's nothing to do there. We have 4 beavers with no jobs. We'll put you back in there. This has made a difference in how much time it takes to get up and do things. We are going to start demolishing some of this stuff. But it's going to be kind of back burner stuff. It's not going to be anything that we work on right away. Okie dokie. All right. Did they get that? They did. Very good, very nice. And he's already full again. Oh, they got those two out. So we can put in a couple of platforms there. And then if we pull this path piece, we will be able to build a medium storage tank. We'll put it like that. We'll say it's for bad water. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, metal blocks. Have they started this guy? No, he's way down on the list of priorities. Way, 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 way down. All right, and then I'm thinking if we do... like that. And then we could build a platform right there that we put the, because we're going to do another, you know what? Let's think about this a little smarter. All right, we're going to put another big one right here. But that means we could build... I don't think it's going to let us because of that tree. No, it won't. So if we've got big tank, and then we've got this space to kind of do that with. And I'm thinking if we put fluid dump in over here, we can make a path around, make this path come around. Although I kind of don't want them using this one right now. Until we can figure out how to get our water supply here lower. I don't want them walking on that. Because every once in a while it overspills on that. Kind of like you're seeing here. It's just like one little layer, but it's enough that it's making a problem. All right, how are we doing down here? This is all back looking nice. The other side, we're starting to gain some ground here. We're gonna have a problem because our, what you call it there, we need a couple of levees in here, which means we need some dynamite. In fact, we probably want to like blow all of that and put levees in there. We need a levee here and here, and then we can put a contamination barrier there, and then that should take care of that spacing. Oh wow, we've got a whole bunch of gears just laying on the ground over here. Oh, I bet you... Our mod that prioritizes picking up things is not working right now. That was part of one of the other mods. So we gotta manually pick everything up again. That's alright. We'll get there. All right, we are at an hour. There's still 3.2 days left in this bad tide period, so I think we're gonna go ahead and end the episode there. We've done our damage control. We didn't get to do the things that I wanted to work on, like work on the battery banks. We did get that slated for building. We do have a patch of carrots that is not contaminated, so we won't be completely out of food. We still have open storage for it, and we have plenty of food in stock. As they get these around here, they are getting more and more of that field back. There's only a few more here. I want to see something here. Let's just pull priority on those way down. They are... Let's do the same over here. I know. I said we were gonna stop. Let's see if yanking some of that. Makes a difference. Okay, yeah. So that is where we are going to leave it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this episode on watching me react to the new update and seeing what we need to do in order to keep everything from dying. I think this right here is probably going to be our thumbnail for today, just to showcase the fact that we had quite a bit of not so cool stuff happen in here underneath the overhang. I did take some pictures before I started of the bad stuff happening. So let's go ahead, take a screenshot of that. All right, so once again, thank you for watching. I hope you've appreciated this episode. If you liked it, please go down and hit the like button. And if you are not already subscribed, please subscribe, because we are on the push to 500 subscribers. And you can see some of my other Timberborn and other content other places on this YouTube channel. There will be a playlist linked at the end here that is all the rest of this episode, or this map's episodes, including all of the times I died and had to restart. So that was stressful. But anyways, thank you very, very much for watching today. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.